Hi and welcome to the van. Well, yeah, so I went out for a drive. I'll get rid of that. Went out for a drive earlier on to try and find somewhere to stay for the night, and ended up on this windy country lane. And I know where I am, but I'm just off the beaten track. And I found a nice little bit of trees and thought I'd pull off there. So I thought, right, as long as it's not too muddy. But yeah, I was like, go outside, I'll go and check to see what it's like, whether I can get in and that. And walked in, not a problem. Got in the van, and so I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the mud, and it's pitch black, and it's pissing down. So I'm here for the night. So I'm just getting comfy. I've got enough wood in the back of the van, so I'm gonna end up digging myself out at some point. But it's one of them. I've got supplies for a few days, well, a few weeks. Electricity's running a little bit low, but I've got the panel, so I mean I can always use the panel, and I can run everything a little bit leaner. So I'll turn one of my lights off and just run one of the lights, or I could turn both of my lights off. But I think that's a little bit too dark for you. I'm here for the night. So I've got a new curtain to go up along the back because that one wasn't wide enough. I want to try and block off that draft coming through there, because it's getting a bit chilly at night, and the heat is starting to escape a little bit from all the cracks and crevices. So I need to rethink and rejig. Well, not rethink, because so far everything's actually tickety-boo. I love it. If you're enjoying the videos, let me know. I do want to try and get another battery at some point, just so I can run my streaming stuff properly. Do it for longer, but at the minute, because work's just started, I've got to wait. This month's budget went on the electricity box. I get 300 watt solar on the roof, and that'll solve it. Big thanks to Mandy for the plastic flooring as well, because that is coming in so handy tonight, because it is wetter than a nun's fanny out there. Doing some pasta because it's faster. It's a little bit breezy out there. I think, to be honest, I actually stopped in a pretty nice place as well, because by the sounds of it, there's water just through those trees. And I had a little look on Google Maps, and it also looks like there might be a castle a little bit further along. So that could be pretty interesting. I'll go and have a look at that tomorrow. I'll tell you what, I've actually ended up turning the fridge off, because the back's like under. I don't know whether I've not properly shown you around the van. Actually, let's show you around the van. I mean, there's still bits that need doing, but. So here's my couch bed area and my seating area, and then I got my desk in this little removable panel, and the removable panel in here, so I can get through into the front Batman light. And I've got rudimentary heating at the moment, so I've got a pot on top of one of my candle holders, because the heat that builds up in the top of that is brilliant, and it keeps the van warm. I do have a little bar heater that Cliff fitted for me. So I can keep myself warm, and I've got enough blankets and my cooking stove as well. So if things get chilly, I've always got more layers. I've always been that sort of mentality. If it gets too chilly at night time, stick a jumper on. So the bed area, this folds up. The mattress folds out. God, I'm stuck. That bit. Oh shit, I've dropped you. You alright? You alright? Did you hurt yourself? But yeah, so all that folds up, that folds down flat, and I can properly sprawl. But after tea, I'm going to put that new curtain up, get it a little bit more cosier in here. It was a little bit breezy last night through that back, and it's getting a little bit too wet to be able to put the insulating tape on the inside of the door. Hopefully I'll get a little bit of a dry spell tomorrow to be able to do it. But yeah, things are good. Things are good.
So after pottering about in the van for a little bit and getting my tea ready and being the king of procrastination that I am, had to play on the guitar for a good little bit as well. So it's having a little bit of a jam. Just enjoying the peace, to be honest. It was a beautiful place. And then I finally got around to finally getting that curtain up as well, because I've been putting it off and putting it off. So quick 20-minute job. That was me. And then back to chilling and enjoying the peace.
This is where all these creepy tales come from, of ghosts and wailing women in the woods. It's foxes. I really wish that I could get how beautiful it is out here tonight. It is absolutely breathtaking. My mind's still blown of all the places I could have got stuck.
It's amazing how simple things in life can just chill you right down, bring you back to earth. And then you've got things that just completely blow your mind, like this painting that I did about a year ago, and it looking exactly like the trees that I was stuck in. So I had a night figuring out the manual settings on the camera, and got myself an early night.
Well, good morning. So this is where I am this morning, and I came down here thinking I could get across there, but it got slightly muddy, so yeah, time to try and get myself out of this mess.
So, police came and they were fine. Well, they were a little bit moany about me crossing the border, but it was only just across the border, so a little bit, just blurring lines a little bit. But yeah, the guy that owned the castle, absolutely stunning place. The guy that owns it, though, if you ever watch this video, you're an absolute
Wonderful human being.
So after I'd realised that I was stuck, got one of his lackeys to help us out. He was fine, police were fine. They were like, right, to get up to the main road, you've got to go through the castle grounds. So they opened the gate and the guy led us through. As soon as the police went off the other way, he slammed his brakes on in front of me, walked up to the car, and he's saying, what was it? If I ever see you here again, you'll not have a van anymore. And I was like, alright, fair enough. How can somebody living in such a beautiful place be such a miserable bastard? Like, just... yeah. Done. So, I'm back up in my... well, I'm not actually in my... oh, bloody hell. I'm not actually in the local spot. Well, I'm in the local. I'm local. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a wander up the hills while my batteries charge a little bit.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world there's room for everyone. The good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. We all want to help one another.
started getting a little bit harder to see, but I could still see the van right at the bottom of the hill.
Has barricaded the world with hate. Has goose-stepped us in misery.
Carried on, heading up the way.
We have developed speed.
Got higher and higher.
Machinery that gives abundance.
Clouds got thicker and thicker.
Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard.
Got a little bit disorientated at one point when I was right up at the top, but then you start noticing your landmarks, and
we need kindness and gentleness.
found my way back.
Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal
Got back
brotherhood
to the
and
van,
unity of us all.
doing a little bit of editing for this video, and then just having a jam on the guitar. And all of a sudden started hearing this ruckus.
The boys getting out.
What about Wild down here or no?
Getting the national anthem going to get us all fired up for it.
Yeah, I started hearing all this noise outside the van, and jumped in the front. Well, I was going to jump in the front to make a swift exit, and ended up getting invited along with a group called Into the Deep, local group of guys that have all got together to help support mental health, and decided to go for a swim, which was completely out of the blue. To be honest, I wasn't actually that comfortable with it, but I mean, the enthusiasm that the guys had and the encouragement they had, I couldn't really refuse. So we headed down to the waterfalls. Now these guys were hardcore, like, I mean, that took 20 minutes to just get into that depth, another 20 minutes to get into that depth, and then I couldn't do it. So I sat on the edges watching them. After watching them for a while and a little bit more encouragement, I thought I'd push myself to try and go in that little bit further. I've managed waist deep. I promise, lads, I'll try and go a little bit further next time, though. Thanks for the invite, though. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, so last night was a little bit unexpected, but I really enjoyed it. It's one of them, if I was in the flat, I would have never even known that those guys were doing that. It's good for you. It's good for mental health, especially during times like this, like the isolation and things, like it's not good. I mean, I've tried doing the mindfulness meditation groups. I'm really struggling with the whole doing everything over Zoom. And oh wow, that's lovely. Look at that. That's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm struggling with the doing everything online at the minute. I've never really been one for technology. Well, no, I like the recording equipment, but just internet. I'd rather be. It's the same with selling the artwork online and just selling in general online, doing anything online. I'm old school. I'm hoping to start doing a bit more of the Wim Hof. If you've not looked into his work, like if anybody suffers with depression, or if you just want to try and build up your natural immunities as well, he's got some really interesting theories. Can I get into that? I want in there. It looks better in there than this path. Sorry, I'm jumping over that. Rambling rights and all that. It's one of the old quarry faces. Pretty cool, eh? And you've got the house up here. There's a tree growing out of it. I love that.
See, this is the shit that I live for.
Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, let us all unite!
If you'd like to help me on my adventures, you can help me through my Patreon account or visit simplymo.live. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the bell for updates, and anybody who registers at simplymo.live gets a free download of Woken, the instrumental track from this video.